Hi, and welcome to Lesson 13, Bubble 8. As you recall, we are doing the bee program, and this is very similar to when the bee was fluttering around the flowers in Bubble 3. And we didn't really talk too much about it. It just showed us some information, how it was used, but they didn't go into great detail about how they made it flutter. So in this one, we're going to talk about using mouse X and mouse Y, but also creating some randomness around the mouse. So that way it looks like it's fluttering around in random positions. So many pixels from the left and right or up and down from the mouse. So here, when I run this, my bee is following my mouse. But we really want it to flutter. We want it to show up randomly around the mouse. So we're going to update the X and Y locations, but we're going to use some randomness around the mouse. And so we're going to add some negative 50 and 50. And if necessary, we can change the frame rate if we want. So let's go ahead and we are going to add some math here. So we actually want to go back in, and I'm actually going to take this world mouse X and Y out here. And we're going to add. Okay. To both of them. We still need that X and Y, that mouse X and Y, because we want it to still follow the location of our mouse. So those still need to go in there. So B.X still needs mouse X, and BY needs mouse Y. But now we're going to use some random numbers, and they want us to use random number between negative 50 and 50. So we are adding some random numbers between negative 50 and 50 around the X and Y values. So random number, negative 50. So oops. That range between negative 50 and 50. So it might, in one time when it draws, it might be adding 4. It might be subtracting 10. It might be adding 25. It might be subtracting 3, or it might be adding 4. So it just gives you that random range between negative 50 and 50 here. Okay. So when I reset and run, it now gives me that fluttering. Why? Because it's drawing this over and over and over and over again, because this mouse X, mouse Y, the B X and the BY locations are being redrawn over and over and over again, and it's being randomly put within negative 50 and 50 of my mouse onto the screen, and that's why it gives it that fluttering effect. Now, they said maybe add 3 more bees to this challenge that follows the mouse. We can do that, or at least do 1 more. So let's go ahead and go to sprites. Let's go here. Let's call it maybe 2. And maybe this location, we want it to be, it can be at the same location. It's not a huge issue. And then we're going to have another set animation. This is going to be B2. And maybe we use the same B, nothing different. And now we have X and Y value. This is going to be B2. We're going to use the plus. We need the mouse X and Y again. And you're probably thinking, wait a minute, are you doing the exact same thing? Sort of, but the nice thing about random number is it's going to be random for all the positions. So that's why they're not going to be completely duplicate or right on top of each other. it will automatically pick random numbers for the bee, the first bee, and the second bee. So no need to worry about them being the exact same thing because it will randomly pick different numbers for all 4 positions, X and Y. Okay, so random. And we can do, if you don't want, we can do -50, or we can do maybe -75 and 75. So it'll give us a broader distance around the mouse for B2. All right, so if I reset and run, you notice that one of the bees kind of goes out further from the mouse than the other bee, and that's B2. B2 has a broader randomness, so it can go further away from the mouse, where the first bee only has between -50 and 50. If you wanted to be larger distance around the mouse, you could do -100 and 100. It's completely up to you, but I want you to see kind of the difference in how that random number works and how it corresponds with the X and Y position of the mouse. So that is bubble 8.